Hello and welcome back to Tainted Love of a Narcissist. It is cold and rainy out today, so I hope you all are doing good and staying warm. So what I wanted to talk about today was how heavy the relationship with a narcissist actually feels. When I think back on being with this person, it was a very heavy load to carry. You know, there was a lot of fun and a lot of excitement and a lot of, intense stuff. But after a while, it got so exhausting trying to keep up with that mode, because I felt like if the relationship wasn't like that, then he'd lose interest. And, no matter how hard you try to keep it what you think they want it to be, and you'll spend time trying to stifle your own needs, your own wants, your own opinions, because when you let those opinions out or those wants out and you try to talk to this person like you're in an equal partnership, they don't care. I mean, they'll sit there and talk with you about it maybe, but they don't really truly care. Like, you could have a conversation with them about it, and the next day or hours later is like you didn't even have that conversation with them at all. It's like they didn't hear you, they didn't understand you. And some of the other stuff I noticed, everything just felt heavy all the time. It was very serious. If I tried joking around with him or being sarcastic, or he took it very seriously. And then so few and far between times where he would try to joke around with me, I was kind of like, well, you don't joke around like that, so why are you thinking that I'm going to understand that as a joke? Because what you just said, you would have taken seriously if I would have said it. So of course I'm going to assume that you mean this hurtful thing you just said. You're not trying to joke around. It's not a joke. You mean it. And then he played off like, oh, I was just kidding. And I was like, well, how would I know? You don't joke that way. That's not who you are. Because, a lot of them have a very fragile ego, and they can't engage in anything sarcastic, because that would imply letting go of your ego and letting somebody give you a hard time and tease you and be okay with it. And most of them, they can't. They're not okay with it. They can dish it out, but they can't take it. Or, they don't want you to be that person in the first place. They don't want you to be that funny, lighthearted person. They want to be that person, and they can't. They don't know how to be. So if you're that way, they'll try to tear that down and ruin that part of you, because that's a part of you that can compete with them. Anything that you have or do that's not something that they have and can't easily do, they don't admire you truly for it. They want to take it from you, or they want to smash it. One of the two. They are like a 5-year-old. They have a really good ability to make you feel like a 5-year-old and make you feel like you're being petty and immature when you react to the shit that they do and the stuff that they pull behind closed doors that nobody realizes. But if they are slighted in some sort of way, it's like a 5-year-old, they're little bruised little ego because you told them no, or you told them something that they don't think is real or isn't part of their reality. They're pretty upset real quick. And that's part of the heaviness. It's part of, you're trying to have a relationship with somebody who you think is there for you and wants to be with you and wants to build, and is trying to tell everybody else that when we have problems, it's them. They want to play games, and it's them. It's not me. I'm trying everything. I love this person so much. In reality, that when you two are together, it's basically your relationship. You're the one carrying them around, and they might make it look like they're doing everything in the relationship and you're doing nothing, and you're dragging them down. And they do a really good job of convincing everybody that's the case, that you're the problem. And I don't know how many times it needs to be said. Everybody knows, anybody that's actually legitimately been through this knows that, yes, there is two sides to every story. Some people are just better at playing the victim than the other. the one partner could be trying to fix everything and trying to make everything okay, and they get fed up with it, and after trying to just talk to this person and discuss their problems, this person runs away from them and or tries to blame shift them, turn the blame back onto them, and they just get so disgusted that they walk away, and they stay away from each other for a while, and then the partner that left because they couldn't take it anymore feels bad, and they're trauma bonded to this person, so they end up taking themselves back into the relationship. So that just adds to how the mutual friends and people on the outside look at the partner. They look at the partner as they're the problem, and they don't realize there's so much that this narcissist is doing to this partner behind closed doors, and so much manipulation that's going on in so many different directions, and things that they're putting in other people's ears are causing abuse to the partner when the narcissist isn't even around. They're being abused by other people because of what the narcissist has told them. Little seeds of doubt and shame and blame and triangulation have been dropped into other people's ears, so those other people around the partner are treating them a certain way, and nobody sees it. Nobody sees any of that shit. Even when you try to explain to them, hey, this is what I've been going through, this is what I've been dealing with, they don't see it. They don't want to see it. And that is why the relationship feels so heavy, is you're made to feel like any problems that you have are your problems. And you're also being painted some way to everyone else, so nobody else really wants to have your back or say to you, hey, I get it, I know what you're going through. Nobody wants to, they don't want to get involved in it, which, okay, understandably, people's relationships are their business. But it's also very invalidating for you when you're in the middle of it, and these people can see that something's not right, but the seeds of doubt that have been planted in their head by the narcissist is what is playing in the other people's minds, so they can't make a determination on what is really going on, and they don't want to get involved, and they don't want to be the one outed by this narcissist. They don't want to be the one that caused a problem. The narcissist allows certain people around them that will allow them to do what they do. And if there's anybody that's a truth speaker or a truth teller, generally those people don't stay in the group for very long, because they're not about to stand there and just keep their mouth shut about things. And if you don't toe the line in this group of people, that's what happens to you. And so that's more weight, that's more heaviness, that's more seriousness, more instability that you feel, more not feeling heard, not feeling understood, not feeling supported. And if they're doing the same things to your children to you, again, added heaviness, because you're stressed out over your relationship with them, that when it comes time to spend time with your family, your children, you're worn out. You don't have any patience for your children. You don't have what you need to give your children, because here's somebody that isn't not only isn't filling your cup up, but sucking it dry, and you keep blaming yourself. So not only have they programmed others around you to kind of turn against you, they programmed you to turn against your own self. You don't even have yourself to back you up anymore, because they've got you doubting yourself so much. It is the most heaviest relationship that I think I've ever been in. I have been in stressful relationships. I have been in relationships that aren't that good. I have issues of my own. I'm not a perfect person by any means. I can be difficult to deal with some days, but the amount of effort I put in didn't match the amount of effort that they put in, where it truly mattered. Buying gifts and going on trips and going to social events and stuff, that's one thing, but when it comes down to somebody talking to you and treating you like an equal and valuing what you have to say, valuing your input and your opinion, and treating you like an equal. If that's not there and they can't give that to you, that tells you a lot. That you will have the weight of this relationship on your shoulders and your shoulders alone. And if that's the way a relationship that you have in your life feels, you need to remove it and walk away from it as fast as you possibly can, because it will only get heavier. So I hope you guys, like I said, I hope you guys are having a good day and staying warm, because it's pretty rainy right now and cold in Michigan. So but I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope you guys keep going.